What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy MM2K of PNTS Network and Stadia Dosage. And I don't know why the hell I have SDO Daily there. I didn't take all my meds apparently, but this is SSC Podcast, and we are here with a hell of a panel. We've been chopping it up before we went live. That's why we're a little bit late. We were like, hell, we'll just do the show off air. But no, we decided to go live. We got a special guest here, but before I get to the special guest, let me introduce everybody. We're going to talk about gaming. We got breaking news. I mean, this is going to be a crazy show. So let's get it started. First and foremost, we got Mr. Elder. I almost called him Elder Scrolls instead of Elden Ring. Mr. Elden Ring himself, Peter Cottontail. Peter, how are you doing today, man?
Hey, man, boy, I'm about to reach through the screen and get you.
What were you saying about me making my own language before we went live?
Bro, hi, yeah, hi, yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I got off at 9 a.m. this morning because I came into work early as all hell. I got a haircut this morning. Ooh. I get to hang out with my girlfriend later. I feel good, bro. And then yes, I'm still having my life consumed by Elden Ring 100 something hours later. So that's happening.
Awesome stuff. All right. Well, next on the docket is Mr. Streamer Extraordinaire now, Mr. Ninja Guy X. Ninja Guy, how are you doing, man?
Hey, pretty good. I have not been playing Elden Ring, so I apologize, Peter, but eventually I'll get there.
You're not sorry.
Yes, I am.
I know.
Oh, no, it's been good, man. Yeah, good week for me.
Yeah, we're gonna get into what everybody's been playing, but yeah, I can't. I'm like you, Ninja Guy. I can't digest that Elden Ring. I mean, I'm used to an occasional ass whooping here and there, but man, geez, Louise, I ain't ready to get Will Smith yet. So, but that's here nor there. We got our special guest today. Such a alluring ASMR radio voice, man. We got to get this brother on here quite often. We got Mr. Lo-Fi himself. How are you doing today? Lo-Fi Monk. How you doing?
Man, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing? I am awesome as usual. That's just how it is. I'm just awesome, bro.
Awesome. That's awesome. Then awesome. All right, guys. So this is SSC podcast number 88, where we're going to be talking about things like we got game updates. We got Apple Ubi rumors. We got Samsung hub delay, but then we got some breaking news in too. Before we get into all that, though, I want to introduce you guys to our special guest. Let you know who this individual is. Let him talk about himself and the content that he does. So Lo-Fi, if you could just explain to the people that have been living under a rock who you are and the type of content that you create. Mic is all yours. Okay, try it. Okay, what about now, guys?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. There's a delay. So I can hear music, but no sound.
Yeah, I don't even hear the music. I'm not sure why, but
okay. Well, you know what? I think it. You know what? Yeah. Jesus Christ. So here's what happened. OBS, which is a piece of
working now.
Yeah.
Is working.
Yeah, I can hear you now on there.
Okay, great. Which is a piece of beep. It muted all of our mics, or it deactivated all of our mics. I don't know what the hell. Okay.
Well, son of a gun. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that special? All right, so what we're going to do now, well, what I mentioned was on PNTS Network, we are looking for Stadia writers. So if you want to write about Stadia, when the latest and greatest news breaks out, reach out to Jack Deslip and myself, and there could be monetary compensation. All right? Talk all about that behind closed doors, but give us a holler if you're interested in writing about Stadia for PNTS Network. Okay, with that said, now I'm going to turn it over to our good friend Ninja Guy X so he can do the Stadia wiki report. Go ahead, Ninja Guy.
Let's do it. So there hasn't been much happening in terms of changes in the wiki this week. There's always stuff happening during the week, but in terms of the wiki, there's only about 3 things that happen. So the first thing is that Adventure Time, Pirates of the Enchiridion, it came out. Okay, there you got it. So it came out on the 25th. So we changed that to the game list and removed it from the upcoming games. The trials. So we had to remove Paw Patrol, the movie Adventure City Calls, because it's not a trial anymore. So there you have it. We've removed it from the demos section. And for the upcoming games, there's actually a new games that Team 17 has confirmed. Worm WMD, which is anticipated for 2022. So we'll be seeing this game sometime in the distant future. And that's about it for the wiki for this week. Usually we get a lot more, but this week has been a little bit slow.
All right. And so for the upcoming games so far, we still got Sky Climbers, Early Access, Zoro, The Chronicles, Element War, Remote. Which did we? I saw John put something out earlier today. I don't want to talk out of turn. Did we talk about the thing that's happening on Monday yet?
So we did. So it's not on Monday
all right.
anymore.
I just want to make sure.
So it's been so now we're doing it on Tuesday evening. So
very late at night. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
I didn't want John walking up on the stage here and, giving me a good old Oscar, know.
Yeah, because sometimes we don't announce it right away, right? So yeah, but no, we did announce it, and look for it for Tuesday, because on Stadium Connect North will be me, MM2K, and John will be interviewing Lumote's developers, so it's gonna be very fun.
Awesome. Yep. So we got City Legends, the Crimson Shadow, and we got an interesting one here. I'm not going to say too much on this because, you know me, I got my tinfoil hat. It's sitting right here. We're going to talk about this one pretty soon. But Deliver Us the Moon, some interesting news coming on that. So
something's going to change in the wiki. I completely forgot about that. I'm going to change something in there.
Y'all are slacking, man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say too much, Pete. I don't want to ruin something that somebody's trying to do, but we're a rabid bunch, man, and when it rains, it pours with us. Like we get lit down so bad. Like something bad happens here, and it's like, oh, Bird, Deliver Us the Moon got delayed, Bird. You know what I mean? It's I don't want to. We'll talk about it though. With that said, all right, hey Ninja Guy X, thank you for that, my good friend. Let's get into the breaking news. Breaking news. And then we'll shout out the chat afterwards. So we got E3 that's been canceled. There's been an official letter that came out that said E3 was canceled. Now I know that we've been telling people, and everybody should be aware, that things that you see at E3 necessarily are not coming to Stadia day and date. Hell, they don't come to GFN or xCloud day and date. I mean, you might have a game here and there that might show up on GFN day and date, but they don't come to none of the cloud platforms. That's not the forum that E3 is for. It's for the main stage platforms, which are Xbox and PlayStation, the consoles and PC and Nintendo, right? But still, we get a look at games that could potentially come later even if they don't come day and date. I'll start with you, Lo-Fi. People are bummed about this, even though they said we're coming back in 2023 bigger and stronger. I think that's the same thing they said last year. Is this an end of an era to you, Lo-Fi?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, this is where people actually get to physically come together, in a way.
Yeah. Now, have you ever been to an E3?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't made it yet. I got close one year, but that's a painful story. I don't even want to tell that right now. But okay, interesting. I'll go next with you, Pete. Pete, is this an end of an era for you, or you just don't give a damn?
I just don't give a damn. I've never cared about E3 in general, because there's been so many times where what they show at E3 and what happens to the final product, which, I mean, I understand that the final product is always subject to change, but it's always such a drastic change, dude, that I just stop caring. And people try to use E3 as like a prophecy of like what's going to happen, and it's going to happen because it was at E3, and I'm just so tired of it. So really, I don't care. If E3 is done, E3 is done. I'm cool with that, because it's just an award show that everybody got hooked on.
Yeah. What about you, Ninja Guy X? What are your thoughts? Is it an end of an era for you? Are you saddened? What's going on?
So yeah, E3, like the last few years, I haven't followed it much, but you know what? E3 is my childhood, man. Like, I remember like watching videos about it, like Spider-Man on PlayStation 1 and Metal Gear Solid. It was such a fun time, but lately it's I don't know. I don't follow it as much. I don't know if it's because it's less interesting or something, but the fact that it's not happening, it still breaks my heart, just out of nostalgia, because I'm so used to it, and it was such a cool event as a kid. So it's I'm really sad, and I think it's it is the end of an era, but it's building up to a new era where all publishers are doing their own E3, right? Like we've been seeing that last year, which is pretty cool. I just want to highlight also George in the chat. He says, I would have cared more when I was a kid in the 90s, which is absolutely right. Not so much anymore. I actually prefer when the companies make their own events. So shout out to that. I think he hit it right the nail right there. So I share the same opinion on that.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Urban World also says, my friend had a booth at E3 for his gaming console. IGN wrote about him, but I personally have never attended one, which I regret. Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Same here. So, yeah, it's sad, man. Like, I've never been to one. Tried to get to one, was hoping to get there and meet some people that, I never met before, live in real person. You know what I'm saying? As an older gamer, someone that's been gaming for 35 plus years, it's one of those things where you wish that you could have partaken in that piece of history, and to see now, even though there are possibly some better options now, more feasible logistically, you still wanted to be part of that history. Like, I don't never want to go at a midnight release to wait for a game to come out ever again. But when I did, that's a part of the history that will always be etched in my mind. You know what I mean? And I'm glad I was there. I don't want to do it no more, but I'm glad I was there. And if this is the end of E3, I'm definitely going to be somewhat saddened. So.
Yeah, because the closest thing now that we can go on is Gamescom, which is in Germany, right? And
exactly.
Kind of far.
Yeah. But Gamescom is so much better put together. People are saying now, and they're starting to compensate. They said even more for the fact that there may not be no E3, so that might be our meal ticket. You just gotta, we've had so many PAXs here, like PAX East, PAX South, we've had so many events here where they don't have as many events in other locations. So, just a change in the guard a little bit. Did I get everybody? Everybody gave their thoughts on E3. All right. So, final question about E3, because apparently nobody cares besides me. How would you like to see platforms like Stadia fill the gap? Like, if this is it, like, what are the things that you think that they could do, or you would like to see them do, in order to make up for the fact that E3 might be going away? I'll start with you again, Lo-Fi.
I guess more like live events where we're involved.
Okay.
Like it's away from the dev side of it, like something a little more gamer oriented. I think that would be cool. But I mean, I think that's a big part of why E3 is maybe not a big deal so much anymore. Because you got Twitter, you got YouTube. It's not new by the time it makes it to E3 anyway.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, for us, I get it. Like, everybody's probably like, MM2K, move on. But because we're like gaming 3.0, whatever you want to call it, where we want that digital demo. We just want that digital access. So, like, being there and smelling people's armpits ain't the move.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is cool that everybody physically is in the same room with each other, and it is nice to have all eyes on it at one time. That's something I'll miss.
Definitely. Ninja Guy X, what are your thoughts? What would you like to see platforms like Stadia or GFN or whatever hold in filling the gaps with instead of a E3?
Yeah, it's a tough question. I can't think of something because, the first thing that pops in my head is, a Stadia Direct, but we don't want that at the moment, right? So, or GFN Direct or something like that. That wouldn't fill the gap really, or that would just anger more people. So that's not a good one. But Lo-Fi is going somewhere with that. Live events, that would be pretty cool. The thing is, like us old people, we like to gather around and stuff like that. But the thing is that kids, they're a lot more like antisocial, right? Like they like to keep their distance and stuff. So it's tough for the younger audience to participate in these kind of things. So I don't know, man. Like maybe some kind of VR, event or something.
Yeah.
But
okay,
yeah.
I mean, now that we see the Omniverse, NVIDIA's version of the metaverse, and all this metaverse talking to me, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the meal ticket. Is going to be like a metaverse version of playing these games. That would be sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I'd like that.
I know. Yeah, things are a Ninja Guy. Things are changing. Than like how they used to be. We're sitting around with our hot dogs, our sausage links, and drinking our Zimas and hanging out.
Like Zima, or parties, right? And pizza and
exactly. Pete, I know you don't care, man. So much about E3. I know you could give two flying monkey issues, but what do you think Stadia or anybody could do, a platform like Stadia could do to bring us into the 21st century with this stuff?
Basically what you guys just said, like, I know that Google's also dabbling in VR. I don't want them to go into that like garbage metaverse stuff where they basically hold like a virtual event, because bro, if I hop in there and I just see people drop like just looking like Roblox people, like Roblox avatars just dancing around and then waiting for like this super flashy virtual presentation, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm gonna be a sexy anime chick.
Oh no. No. Like I would honestly be okay if Stadia just did like more events with the community. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I want them to do.
Yeah, more interactivity.
I agree.
It's like it really is kind of like the end of an era, it seems like I'm gonna compare it to this video of a farmer using a drone watching sheep all cross a meadow together, and that's basically what it feels like, where everybody's just kind of following from like one thing to the next.
Okay.
If that makes sense. But
all
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're it sounds like that we're just graduated from the experience. You know what I'm saying? Like the first year it didn't happen.
Bro, as long as I don't see anime girl avatars and Roblox looking people or stick figures, I'm good. I'm good. Now, if you have a legit like environment, I'm cool with it. But if I see any of the sort that I've seen now where it looks like a 5-year-old drew it, I'm out.
You would like a PlayStation Home type of environment, right? Like where it's all like real people and attending some places. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Well, they got Jack Buser now, and he was the head of that. So we got Jack Buser here, so he can make that happen if he wants to.
Very true.
Yeah, it sounds like we're graduated past that, but for old fogies like me who have to have Metamucil at 6 a.m. sharp, it's kind of a sad thing. But we'll have to get over it or get some prunes or whatever. All right. The next thing, okay, this is where it gets interesting, okay? And this is where my tinfoil hat is going to come out. And I need the chat to tell me. I need everybody to tell me if I'm being a little bit too wacko here. But Deliver Us the Moon. There was a tweet that came out that said that Deliver Us the Moon is now going to be delayed. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find the tweet. And I think I got it here. Let me be a good host. I'm sharing my screen with everybody. I'm doing better, Pete. All right. Let me tell you something.
Better. I'm so proud of you. You've actually been doing it since the start. You're learning.
This is from Wire Productions. And the tweet says, "Attention all astronauts. Sadly, tomorrow's launch of Deliver Us the Moon on Google Stadia has been delayed." Constipated face. That's what the emote looks like. We'll update you all as soon as the new launch date has been arranged. Thank you for your patience. Stand by, Stadians. Panel, I'm going to start with you, Pete. This is my question. Do you even believe this, Pete? Or do you think it's an April Fool's joke? What do you think? Uh-oh. Did we lose Pete? I think we lost Pete.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right, Lo-Fi, I'll start with you. Lo-Fi, what do you think? You think this is for real? That it's legit being delayed, or you think it's an April Fool's joke?
I hope it's not an April Fool's joke. It's a bad one. It's a bad one, especially like we don't need the negative press over a joke. Yeah. You know, like we're everybody's happy about the lineup for Pro this month. You know, and it's like, man, if that's a joke, I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything yet. Ninja Guy X. Oh, go ahead, Lo-Fi. Go ahead. If you got more, go ahead, brother.
No, I don't want to give away too much, but there's another game that's said to be played. You know, it's like, nah, it's not time to joke.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There's a time and a place for everything. Ninja Guy X, what do you think? Do you think that this is like darn, just bad luck or bad coincidence? Or do you think that this is just an April Fool's joke?
Nah, they wouldn't do that to us. I mean, this got to be real, right? Like that would just infuriate like the community. If you know, like, if it would be a joke, like why would they do that to us? Today, actually, Wired Production, they were on a road trip. They went on in a bar and they did some axe throwing and you know, drank a little bit and stuff like that. And so for them to make the effort to make that post while they're out like that. I mean, it has to be real, or maybe they're drunk and they're like, "Hey, wouldn't it be fun if
wouldn't it be cool?
That? Like, yeah." But no, yeah, like for all the effort that they did, and there's even another post mentioning that they've scheduled some tweets about Deliver Us to the Moon coming out, and that we should ignore it. It's just that they can't like change that right away. So
okay,
it really feels like a series of event where it's just we're not getting it right now, you know.
Okay, all right. Well, I still got my tinfoil hat on. I don't know. I mean, I'm just looking at this message here. Let's take a better look at it. Just to bring you in my wacky brains. I don't know. I here's what I noticed. I noticed that Wired Production sent something out about this, but the developers who we interviewed on Stadium Connect North, you got to check out that show. It's a fantastic show.
Thank you.
Yeah, co-hosted by our good friend Ninja Guy X that we luckily have here for SSC Podcast. If you lived under a rock, you didn't know that, or if you were on the moon already before this game sent you there. I didn't see the developer put anything out, which they probably wouldn't. They'd probably leave all communications out to them. But I don't know. It's just the timing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Something seems fishy about it for sure.
Yeah.
I really hope it's a joke. And if it is a joke, you jerk.
Say it's a bad one. Yeah. And if it is a joke, I'm with you. And that's why I didn't want to say anything, Lo-Fi, real quick. I didn't say anything because, my message, my main point in even talking about this is, if this is a joke, it's not, the world isn't going to explode and lava's not going to shoot out of the crevice of the earth, but it's not a good one to have with Stadia.
That's funny. So if they did that on purpose,
too soon.
They have to like bring something extra, like, oh yeah, it was a joke, but we're actually bringing, the next gen version, or we're actually bringing another game, like
exactly.
You get a car. You get a car.
Yeah, exactly.
We only delayed this because now this is bundled with Martha is Dead. And that's different.
Yeah,
that's different.
Gosh, I would forgive them.
This is a different crowd here. Maybe Wired P, if this was, you got to follow through with it now, I guess. If it is a joke. Again, I have no evidence that it is. It's just me and my kooky brain at work. But if it is, and we'll find out tomorrow. Yeah, I think you guys will find out quick. You'll find out pretty quick. This is a unique bunch. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see.
Yep.
But nonetheless, I think if it is for real and it's not a joke, they're gonna work on it. It's gonna be a great game, and I can't wait for it. Along with World War Z and being able to play Ease 9 and all other stuff. This is just gonna be a great month period. You know what I mean? So, All right. Awesome stuff. So that's it for our breaking news. Now I think it's time for us to get into our show. All right, so let me put all my little snazzy little stuff up there. We already did the prologue, so let's go with the game updates. Kind of messed that up. I didn't make that. Let's see here. Let me change this real quick, because this is our active subject right now, which is the game updates. All right. So before I get into that, though, I do want to shout out to chat. I did promise I would do that. We're just moving at lightning speed. I want to shout out everybody. So who we got here? We got Victor Del Maestro in the house. He says, hiya. We got Bud in the house. I might have to switch something around because I can't see. I'm blind here. Bud in the house. We got Sanchez in the house. MTZ44. We got the Stadia Avenger in the house. Albert Smith. What's up? Main Games is here. Collins Dynasty. Yeah. Who else we got up in there? Chris. Hey, Chris. You we gonna talk about it. You know, we're about to talk about it. Bruh. Get your trigger finger your happy trigger finger ready. We got to get on that division. All right. New modes coming. Well, George in the house. Who else have we got in here? Let's see here. I don't want to shout out Nightbot. What else we got? Oh, we got Bud. Bud, what's going on? Good to see you, good brother. Mr. Urban World in the house. Of course, Cheer Your Man Gaming. My good brother, Daryl Smock. Hey, Smock, let me know if we good for tomorrow. Daryl Smock Jr. in the house. And, I can't forget the postmaster, Dustin Aran. What's going on, good brother? We got Dave Window. Is that Ken Revie? I think that's Ken Revie. Is that Dave Window? Let me see. And Igor is in the house. Purple Haze. I'm expecting to see all three of you fine folks tomorrow noon. Watching that bundle pack being given away. Shout out to Purple Haze. Purple Haze, I guess you're next. We got everybody from Lo-Fi's podcast except you. You're next. Let's make reservations. All right.
You just all be permanent panel members.
Exactly.
What's up, Purple Haze?
This is a lounge. Like, Maine could change his mind and other people could change their mind. Just come up in here. We're all Stadia enthusiasts and we're just talking about the platform. All right. So let's talk about the thing that's really got me excited right now. Division 2. My favorite game of all time. No, I act like it is, but it's a hell of a game nonetheless. Division 2 made an announcement. I can show you better than I can tell you. Let me show you something. They made this announcement yesterday, guys and gals. They said today we have an important update from the Division 2 development team to share with you. Message from the Division 2 team. We'll be soon sharing news on Season 9, the first season in Year 4, although we cannot share a precise date or additional details in light of current world events. And then they're testing it out on the PTS server. Let's see here, Division 2. But, so everybody figured, the Season 9 updates are all coming in one big swoop. Not so fast. Yannick B of Massive Games put out another tweet that says, agents, before we all jump on the PTS, the test server, there's something I'd like for you to keep in mind, that the year we've spent working on the game in silence was not spent making one gigantic comeback update. It was spent organizing and preparing the continuous support of the game. And he breaks it down on what to expect. So, with all that being said, it is going through some serious updates. It's not going to be a complete update as we thought. And it does appear to include a new mode, Countdown. Which, if you listen to this, my old dirty blasters that are out there, this is what Countdown entails. Countdown is a new 8-player in-game mode for the Division 2. 2 groups of 4 SHD agents are deployed to a power plant to prevent a lockdown. Racing against the clock, the agents must work together to secure the site and stabilize the plant. Blah, 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 blah. It's 8-player PvE, time missions, various objectives, randomized encounters, and flow on a new unique map. New gear and weapon drops. They said phase 2, so it's not going to be giving you a whole bunch of stuff at launch. Available through matchmaking, and the exotic weapons that you can get is something called the Dread Edict, an exotic variation of the marksman rifle, and a catharsis, excuse me, making my own language here. It's an exotic mask, blue screen, an exotic variation of an LMG. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the Division 2. As we'll start with Lo-Fi. As heralded as one of the best games on the platform, despite its release date. Despite its age, rather. How big in your mind, Lo-Fi, has Division 2 been for the Stadia community?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, I was telling everybody backstage is I missed a lot of gaming. So this is one of those games I missed.
Yeah.
And definitely heard nothing but good things about this game, but I have not got to play it yet.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're not the first person to do that.
You're fired.
Purple Haze, your turn now. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead. But that's awesome though, bro. That's cool because I think it's like 80% off now. And then with a special, but go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's what I'm saying. I'll definitely give it a shot. I mean, I've been buying a lot of games here lately, so I'll definitely give it a shot because I've heard nothing but good about it. And after reading all this earlier, I was like, oh, dude, yeah, it seems like it's about to be going down over there.
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? It sounds like it's about to be big.
Yeah. Dude, you're in for such a treat. Like, I wish I could go back to before I played this game and I just played it now. Like when I first played it, I still thought the game was excellent and awesome. Even though people was like, oh, I ran through the content so quick. But now there's so much stuff to do. Like it's impossible for you to run. And this is going to be your first experience with it. It's going to blow your mind, like the base game, the New York expansion, and just the stuff that they've been doing even before this update. Like you're going to experience this game at its apex, pretty much, where the rest of us experienced it. Still a great experience, but nowhere near what it is today. So I envy you. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it's been for me with my whole experience of Stadia has been like that. Like every game, I'm like, wow. And everybody's like, that's old. I already did that.
Yeah, I envy you. Pete, are you back, Pete?
I've been here, bro.
Oh, we couldn't hear you before when we were talking on something. I can't remember what I was rambling.
That's probably, you know what? That's my bad. I stopped to go get a drink.
Oh, okay. All right.
I had
Pete,
muted my mic.
That's all right. How big of a deal is this to you, the Division 2? How big of a deal has it been for Stadia and the community?
Pretty good as far as I know. Like I said, I've heard nothing but high praise about Division 2. And as a matter of fact, just because it's so easy, I actually just launched and am playing Division 2 for the first time in like forever on Stadia. So, and God, man, it looks pretty. Even though I'm on PC, it looks gorgeous. So I just wanted to point that out that, yeah, I am actually currently playing while we're doing the podcast because I can. And I figured I'd check it out and stuff, but ooh, boy, it's looking crisp. I'm playing at that 1440.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great looking game too. It's the reason why people argue it to be the king of ports, KOP. Ninja Guy X, what are your thoughts? Are you gonna break the mold here and say this game sucks, or what do you think? How big is Division 2 being on the Stadia platform to you?
Oh man, this is overwhelming to me because I've only played like just a few hours of the game and I was so overwhelmed by the amount of stuff you can do. Like it's crazy. So like I wish I had the time to just keep going at the game, but like I have a lot more time invested in Breakpoint at the moment, so that this is what I'm doing. But this is awesome. I mean, the fact that they're concentrating on live service is awesome for the people who likes the game and wants to continue playing it, because this is what it is now. Like, games needs live service, right? Because when you're a fan of something, you just want to continue playing the game. So I'm very happy for the people who's gonna get this update.
Gotcha.
I just looked at the price of it. $9 for the standard edition.
Yeah, I think that's buy it.
I'm in.
Buy it. Buy it and then join our clan, the Old Dirty Blasters. Yeah, that's the best thing.
Just a tip, Lo-Fi. So if you get the expansion at the same time, when you open the game, they're going to ask you if you want to start New York right away. Just say no, because you're going to skip the whole initial campaign of the game. So just say no if they ask you that. Yeah.
So if I get the Warlords New York Ultimate Edition, I will have all the content.
Oh yeah,
released so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your best bet, and you won't be disappointed. Like I said, there's Ninja Gaix used the term overwhelmed. I would say that you would be, I don't want to say unadulterated, because you're going to have more content than you could ever imagine in that game.
So much stuff to do. It's
so much, but it's not. It's not like oh my god, I gotta keep. It's not stuff that you gotta keep up with. No, it's just that they get, like, you can just say, like, for instance, okay, so you can do main missions, which that's self-explanatory. You just go somewhere and kill a bunch of people, stab them in the throat and face or whatever, or you can go after what they call like these factions, these rogue factions, you know what I'm saying? Or you can take back stuff that was captured by this group called the Black Tusk. Or you can get the hell out of DC, like you're going on a road trip, and go to New York and do the same crazy stuff up there. It's
awesome.
It gives you a multitude of things that you have to do that you don't necessarily have to keep up with as a beginner. But when you get a little bit more invested in the game and the normal stuff, you're like, okay, I'm beyond this normal stuff now. Then the more intricate stuff, when it becomes second nature, you'll be like, oh, I really appreciate this. This is dope. So it's a game. It's a game that you can get into right now and understand what the hell is going on. It's a game that when you're advanced, you're going to have so much things to enjoy. So it's the best of both worlds.
And like, they give you elements, slowly. Like, they're, I say overwhelmed, but the pace is perfect. Like, they give you one thing one by one. I think last time I played, they throw me in like a PvP section where I could get treasures, but if I get killed, like, they steal my treasure or something like that. So yeah, it's really fun how they integrated that in. Yeah,
awesome stuff. Last question I had about Division 2 before we went on to more big game stuff is I'm gonna start with Pete. Are you more interested in seeing a Division 3 or what's going to be offered with Heartlands, the new free-to-play spinoff of Division? I'll start with you, Pete. Which one are you more interested in seeing, a Division 3 or this upcoming Heartlands?
I'd rather see Heartlands because I know Division 3 ain't happening.
I can dig it.
And Heartlands would offer something new.
Yeah, gotcha. Yep. Lo-Fi, I mean, I know you're it's kind of hard for you to gauge because you haven't played the game yet, but what would you say would be the next thing that you would get into if you were to give it a shot? Would it be a Division 3 or this Heartlands Battle Royale?
The free-to-play.
Yeah. He's like, what are you asking this stupid question for?
Free, I'll do it. I'll try it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as someone in your position, that definitely makes sense. What about you, Ninja Gaix? What are you more excited for? You excited for the for Division 3? You ready for the next installment, or are you ready to see what's going on with Heartlands?
Like, I like my series. I like to finish my games and stuff. So I'm more excited for the Division 3 for sure.
Gotcha. This is a hard one for me. I don't have an answer. No, I'm gonna chicken out. I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer because
go ahead,
Ninja Gaix. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, but I have a question about that. But then,
yes.
you can expand. But so let's say that both would release at the same time.
Ooh,
which one would you?
I'd have a heart attack. I'd have an aneurysm. Yeah. My head would explode. Like that episode of the Chappelle Show, my head would explode.
There has to be one that you'd be playing at first, right? Like you would have to try it first. So yeah, right. It's a tough one.
Follow me here because I don't want to get myself in trouble, and I want another opportunity. If you guys get what I'm saying, I would love a Division 3, but I'm anxious for Heartlands because I may know a little birdie that's dropped a little bit of knowledge on Heartlands to me. Y'all, you follow me. And according to the little birdie, this is the same little birdie that told me about Rainbow Six Extraction, by the way. And that game is dope, right? Like, this game is going to be dope. You guys just don't know what you're in for. Well, the same little birdie is telling me that Heartlands, Jesus Christ. I hate having this information and I got to watch what I say. I'm not the best person because I run my damn mouth. If you're a Division fan, no, I'll put it like this. Even if you're not a Division 2 fan, the birdie said you're going to be excited. If you're a Division franchise fan, you're going to be effing blown away. So, yeah, you're going to be blown. Yeah. Jesus Christ. That's all I'm going to say right now. That's what the birdie told me. The birdie just flapped off and went away. But it's kind of like what the birdie told us about Extraction before it released. Yeah, like it's a take on Siege, but it's going to make sense why it's its own game, right? People are like, I don't know, and then they got a hold of it, and everybody was like, oh yeah, this is stuff. What I will say, what the birdie told me about Heartlands is, even if you're not a Division fan, you're gonna be excited, especially if you're on Stadia, because this is where we're getting our AAA fix from, right? But it's gonna be a good AAA fix. But if you're a Division fan, you're gonna be mind blanked. Period. And I'm not.
There's also X Defiant.
Yeah, which I can't even talk about that either, because another birdie told me that. See, you guys are trying to get kicked off the internet. I'm done.
Yeah, I know. I've heard so many good things, and you can't say nothing.
It's classified.
Twisted. Oh my God! I love. This is why this man is part of our group, the Old Dirty Blasters. And I love when people say stuff that I want to say, but I'm not going to say it because I'm not getting in trouble. But yes. And for those of you that are familiar with Escape from Tarkov,
best game.
Yeah, dude. Like, here's what I want to say about Ubisoft, and I'm going to get into, this is going to be a perfect segue, but I'm not going to completely do it because I need to shut the hell up and turn the mics over to you guys. But here's the thing about Ubisoft, which people are like, oh man, they're trying to go free to play and all that. No, Ubisoft has looked at these genres that you guys have been excited over but have gone stale. And what they've said is, you know what? If we were to get in on this stuff, we got ways to make it fresh. So an Escape from Tarkov meets Division is a dope concept, right? That's all I'm going to say. And, and then X Defiant, its take on the genre that it's getting into. Wait till you see that. Just the birdie told me. Okay. So you guys are going to, just like you appreciated Extraction. Extraction was just the tip of the iceberg. Extraction was a spinoff that makes sense as its own game. It's very good, and that's that. But the birdies told me that these follow-ups are on a whole totally different level. And again, if you're a fan of Division 2 or the Division franchise, your mind is going to be blown. End of story. Thank you for that, Twisted Barber, for helping me not get myself in trouble. I appreciate it. So, all right, I shut the hell up now. Do we have anything else about this? No, but I did want to cover a couple more things real quick and then get you guys' thoughts on it. Dead by Daylight crosses 50 million. So panel, we'll start with Lo-Fi. I don't know if you played Dead by Daylight yet. My son loves the game, but big milestone. What does this say to the notion to you that Stadia only has games that nobody wants to play anymore?
Yeah, right. It's because you're not trying it, or you came over here with a sour attitude. Because truly, there's a lot of games, and yeah, I have played Dead by Daylight. It's cool.
Awesome.
I did the free to play weekend not that long ago, and I played it with friends. I know a lot of people that are like, that's the only game they play. They don't even care about anything else in the library. So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. We got shout out to the homie Lukey 6. He's exclusively Dead by Daylight. He loves his horror genre stuff, and he's exclusively Dead by Daylight streaming on Stadia. Kind of like how our good content creator Color is Red Dead Redemption on Stadia. But Lukey 6 killing it with the Dead by Daylight content, man. My son loves that game.
I've actually met a few content creators that's all they do is Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. Awesome
That's
stuff.
amazing. Wow.
Yeah. Amazing.
There's a lot of content in it though.
Yeah.
Like all the different horror movies they've been able to incorporate and characters.
Absolutely. Awesome stuff. Ninja Guy X, what do you think? I mean, 50 million. We got a game on here. What's up with is the gig up with the whole Stadia only got old games that nobody plays anymore? What do you think about that?
That's not true. Come on, you know better than that. Right? So, but yeah, I mean, we have some awesome games on there. Like Destiny 2 is one of them, where a lot of players is still playing Dead by Daylight. We got recently we got like Super Animal Royale. A lot of people is playing that. But I don't have much to say about it. It's just we're getting the games. Of course, there are some games that we're not having, but they're working on that. But yeah, that Dead by Daylight news is just saying that we get some pretty good games on there, which is nice.
Awesome. Pete, what do you think? You think Stadia has no good games? They don't have nothing that anybody wants to play anymore, right?
I'm so tired of hearing that because almost every game Stadia has, a lot of people still play regardless, or they're talking about. And the same people who talk about all it has is old games are the same exact people that'll sit there and play GTA 5 for hours. And I'm like, is that not an old game? So I'm just tired of hearing that because there's games on Stadia, as long as I've been gaming, bro, that I just never bothered getting into.
Or all they play is PUBG. It's like, why don't you just...
Yeah, and I was like, but that's an old game. And they're like, they still update it. And I'm like, but it's an old game. It doesn't matter.
Pete, real quick, the irony of what you just said, and I hope he's listening. Remember before we went live and we were talking about who you were having a back and forth with, right?
Oh man,
that's all he plays. That's all
he
plays is GTA. Like we were in a chat, we were bad mouthing GTA, and he almost had a conniption. So yeah, that's the irony. It was just that's what had me laughing.
All you do is play GTA, and that game is isn't it almost how old is GTA now?
Yeah, it's like
GTA's old, bro.
It's about almost 10 years. Like it came out in 2013, I think.
How are you gonna be playing a 10-year-old game and don't sit there and tell me it's because it's still being updated? The game came out 10 years ago, so I'm done hearing that ain't nobody play old games because GTA 5 is being milked for all it's worth right now.
Yeah.
And your boy seems like the type of person to sit there, get the new membership, and then buy the enhanced shark cards. That are
I think you're right. Yeah. This is all GTA is GTA released the next day Bob Barker was born. If y'all remember who Bob Barker from Price is Right, that's how old GTA is.
GTA is about as old as Bob Ross is.
Dude, it spanned like 7 console generations damn well. You know what I mean? So, yeah, don't give me this crap about old games. You know, I'm not going to say any names. You my brother. I love you. I love you to death. But I think Pete just took a whiz in your cornflakes with that one. You know what I mean?
Bring him on the show, bro. Bring him on the show. Please.
Oh, man. Funny stuff. No, that's my brother. I love him, but he just sometimes people make arguments about stuff and they don't cross check it, and then they end up being hypocritical, and that's definitely the case because oh my gosh, GTA is old. Golly. And then
number one, don't make stupid comments.
Yeah. You get stupid prizes. Yep. And really, did I get everybody on that one about Dead by Day? I think I did get everybody about Dead by Daylight. The last thing that I want to do, really, which, you know, the panel, I don't need the panel to answer on this one, but I want to remind everybody that, especially in light of not Dead by Daylight, Jesus Christ, Deliver Us the Moon, possibly being delayed. I still think it's an April Fool's joke, but you know me, I'm psycho. But World War Z is not slotted to release tomorrow. If you go by the Stadia blog says that it's going to release the first week of April, which isn't till next week. You guys do have to answer this one. I lied. Let's go through the panel real quick.
Tomorrow.
No, World War Z doesn't.
The first week of April starts tomorrow.
No,
it could be tomorrow,
Friday.
But not confirmed.
It could
tomorrow's Friday, but it is the first week of April because it's April 1st.
That's what I'm saying. This could be just people speculating because of the wording.
Mm-hmm.
It might come out Friday, but because of the wording,
they
have a free pass.
I just think it was interesting because if you look at every single game, they definitely say April 1st, but World War Z they say the first. I think that's why. So hopefully,
that's what
I hope you guys are right.
The moon being if they're really going to be late. If World War Z is going to be a day off from the first, man. That puts a damper on the pro games.
I guess we'll be playing Chicken Police. Right?
Chicken Police party, man.
Yeah, you got Ease 9 that's still making the Xbox community lose their stuff. So we still got that one. Yeah, you know.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna launch that game since I beat it and I started a nightmare playthrough because latency stops you from playing games like that.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna sit there and make a bunch of clips, dude. And I promise you, I will start tagging Xbox. And then I'll just start hashtagging and everything and be like, hey, look what I can do.
Absolutely. It sounds like a plan to me. All right. Well, you guys answered that question. A lot of people think that it could be some miswording. We'll see. But there's a possibility, I think, that it might not release tomorrow, but we'll see tomorrow. All right. With that being said, that is it for our game updates. Let's segue now into the Apple rumor, the Apple Ubisoft rumor. So let me preface this by saying that I started this kind of sort of because I was going on a rampage about this. Shout out to Philip that was in my chat the other day on the episode of SLS featured MM2K. And well, you know what? I can show you better than I can tell you. Let me show you something. Is it? No, that's not it. That's not it either. There it goes. All right. So there's this rumor, y'all, that Apple is looking to buy Ubisoft. That was the rumor. Okay. But on some, and I responded to the rumor without any research because I was just already hyped up from my Sound Off podcast. That's my excuse. So in hearing this possibility, I went nuts and I said, you know what? Stadia can't have this happen. Which, I mean, I still believe, but I think we put a little bit more energy and focus on this rumor than possibly needed. However, if you read more into what's likely going on, it looks like that what the rumor is that Apple's rumored to be creating a game console, and they might get Ubisoft and Capcom exclusives. And this rumor is purely based off the fact that Ubisoft worked exclusively. Well, they didn't even work exclusively with Stadia, but Ubisoft went all in on Stadia, so they might go all in on this. Somebody whispered that there might be interest in Ubisoft. Nobody had any concrete details, but that was pure speculation based off the most bare bones information. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lo-Fi and I, we had too many, Red Bulls and Ginger and Jamesons, and we're just sitting back on the patio. Yeah, man, what if Apple buys a planet? And I'm like, yeah, and that planet is made out of a video game. We're just sitting there making. That's when you read this article, that's how loose the information is, right? But with that said, we're still going to entertain it here because, we have no integrity. No, it still brings up some questions, that I think it is worth discussing. But who believes, because I don't even know if you guys heard this, but who believes that Ubisoft is in the realm of being bought by Apple? I'll start with Ninja Guy X. Ninja Guy X, do you think that Apple's about to buy Ubisoft?
You and me know both that it's not going to happen. Like we just everything's happening around. Ubisoft creating this big cloud integration. I don't remember what it's called, but they seem to be managing great on their own. So being bought by anybody right now, I don't know. Like, it doesn't feel like it. I don't think it's going to happen. But by Apple of all people, that would be so weird. Like. It wouldn't make any sense. If it does happen, I'd be shocked, and I'd have to look into it because, nothing is pointing to that. It's just weird rumors, I guess. I mean, the fact that you mentioned that they might be trying to get exclusive from Ubisoft, that is possible. That
yeah, that's possible.
You never know. You never know.
Exactly.
But yeah, buying Ubisoft now, who the heck? Like, who whispered what to who? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, after reading this, and I don't know, I mean, I'll get to that later, but I don't know where this was translated into Ubisoft was going to be bought by Apple. But see, I fell victim to it too. All you got to do is catch people in the right emotion and things can get legs. And, I spent like 45 minutes the other day pleading to Stadia, please, don't let this happen. You know what I mean? And the Stadia's probably looking like, and someone cut off his live. Just someone take him off air because he's lost it. You know what I mean? I can see John listening with his hands in his head, like, oh my God, what's wrong with this guy? But Lo-Fi. Again, me and Ninja Guy are laughing at this, but do you think? Ubisoft did express, hey, look. We're no longer going to say there's no chance. We could be bought. Do you think that? What do you think of the possibilities of Apple buying Ubisoft?
They could if they wanted to, right? They have the ability to.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, and I'm not an Apple guy, but I've never heard anybody talk or brag about gaming on an Apple.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think it would be so strange for them to jump in. But everybody's doing it right now, right? Everybody's trying to get into the cloud. So, anything's possible, right? Yep. Anything's possible. And if anybody was going to do it, it would be between Apple and,
Yeah.
It makes sense in a way.
Yeah, anything. It's plausible. I don't want to say it's plausible. It's not a impossibility. They got the money to do it if they really want. Before I go any further, I just want to give a shout out to the homie Bulls for Life. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you, good brother.
Nice. So yeah, M2K, to be fair, they have Apple Arcade and they've snagged some pretty good contract with that. If they would jump in the game, I'd be very happy for them. I wouldn't be surprised because they did snag some contract with Konami And they even had Exit the Gungeon, which is a sequel to a very popular indie, Enter the Gungeon, which people were pretty excited about. So, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yep.
I think if they jumped in right now, being new to it, and they decided to acquire Ubisoft, it would be a hindrance to what Ubisoft's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect wording, yeah.
Speaking of that, somebody in the chat that was trying to add caution to my to my growing paranoia was our good friend Gandara here. So Gandara is here. He's like, yeah, MM2K, like I told you, take a chill pill, brother. He says the next step and I'm gonna paraphrase. The next logical step is what my brother Gandara is correctly saying here. In the Stadia and Ubisoft relationship is for Ubisoft to make an exclusive game for Stadia. Even better, using Ubisoft scaler. Yeah, and brother, what you were saying the other day was spot on as far as it being out of the realm of Google trying to buy Ubisoft. I was just saying, look, if this was a legitimate danger, do something, damn it. You got to yank this from them. But for all intents and purposes, it sounds like it's a fairy tale, unless our final person on the panel, Peter, doesn't think so. Because if Peter doesn't think this is a fairy tale, then it's not a fairy tale. Peter, what do you think? Do you think that Apple is going to buy Ubisoft, or is this imaginary land? Oh, we lost Pete again. He went to go get him behind again. Peter, you there?
Well, I'll say this thing. It's not that I don't think it could happen, but I don't want it to.
yeah, same here. Yep, absolutely. I definitely don't want it to. Because again, as I was arguing the other day, Ubisoft is critical, I think, at this juncture to Stadia's AAA identity. You know what I mean? You lose like right now, like at least with GFN, even though I can't comfortably use that, and that's just me. With GFN, you can say, okay, well, they're a PC conduit, kind of, cloud conduit. They're going to get AAA titles. We can even say with Amazon, we don't know when they're going to do it, but Amazon has a AAA studio and they could switch the levers and put their AAA games in their cloud service. Like besides Ubisoft, Stadia really doesn't have a openly committed AAA developer that we know of. You know what I mean?
They seem to have a really good symbiosis together, though.
Exactly.
It's like the way they work together. It's bringing innovation.
Yep.
More than anything.
Yep. So again, we have no integrity. So, I am alluding to, and I've always put that disclaimer out there. We're kind of already on this hot button subject of the what if. The other question that I have here doesn't make any sense, so we'll skip it. But my other question would be, what if Ubisoft does leave Stadia? Again, the rumor that we were introduced to yesterday has no meat and potatoes to it. But I just feel like it's worth discussing because Ubisoft have gone to a different phase now, to where for years they said they would never entertain being purchased. Remember, they fought off Vivendi and their hostile takeover attempt, and now they said they're willing to be purchased. I mean, so what happens if somebody does purchase Ubisoft and they no longer work with Stadia? How much of a big deal would that be to you? I'll start with you again, Lo-Fi. What do you think? Would that be a deal breaker or a sore spot, or you wouldn't care? What's the deal with you?
I think it would slow Stadia down. I don't think it would kill it, or it would be a bummer. But I think it would slow down cloud gaming. Period, like across the board. I mean, what they're doing together is actually, everybody has to keep up with what they're doing right now, and they're leading the way. So I think it would be I I think it would be bad for Ubisoft, and I think it would be bad for Stadia both.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely would put a dent in Stadia, but it's not something they couldn't recover from.
Yep. Second. We're gonna remove this. Oh, there we go. All right. This user's there we go. Have to get rid of that jerk out of the chat. All right, so Ninja Guy X. If Ubisoft, let's go to an alternative universe, which again, this is a deep, far alternative universe because this rumor again has no meat and potatoes. But we're just entertaining a what if, just for conversation purposes. What if Ubisoft were to leave Stadia? You know, how would that affect your play on the platform?
Yeah. Well, before I say anything, I think I have to stop because Purple is here with the giant donation of $5. Someone stop and then
she is demanded.
No, we can't. Oh man. Thank you so much for the donation, Purple Ace. That's awesome.
Thank you, Purple Ace. Yes. I know. I'm going into old man shaking my fist at the grassland. You know how I do, Purple Ace. Yeah. See?
Oh man. So Lo-Fi hit the nail there. Like I couldn't wait to tell my answer, but he exactly said what I was gonna say. So it would impact for sure. They would basically turn basically lose, like they would need to recover from it basically. Like they would need to come back because right now I'm not saying like this is like the last string of Stadia, but it is one of the only publisher that brings us AAA games at the moment, and you know it's nice to still get a few AAA games.
Lots of them consistently.
Yeah, consistently.
Well, there you go. Yeah, exactly. So and we know that we're gonna get there again with other publishers. It's just not right now, but it's just nice to have Ubisoft there, just holding it up and giving us those. So like Lo-Fi said, it would just slow down Stadia, and they would have to recover from it, but they would not close. I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't think it wouldn't shut it down.
Yep.
Definitely. There's no. I don't feel that there's any plans on that. It would be a setback, but it wouldn't shut it down. Pete, are you back, Pete?
Bro, I'm getting tired of you skipping me.
Well, we went to you before, and then I think you went and got another Heineken, and we weren't sure where you were at.
No, my roommate.
That's
they're
right.
confused about the work schedule.
That ain't no problem.
They're like, you work 3 p.m. to 11 today. I was like, why would I be doing that if I already worked 1 to 9 a.m.? I was like, why are you bugging me? No, I don't work. Stop.
They want you
and
to
he's
go to
like,
work for some reason.
Yeah, I'm like, no. I was like, no. So my bad.
That's all right. What are your thoughts?
Man, I don't get this whole thing with Apple and Ubisoft. I seriously don't. Because it's like, so here's my thoughts on it. So Apple recently came out with a thing saying they're about to do like a subscription service or whatever. So I think what's going to happen is basically Ubisoft is just going to do what they're doing with everybody else and just kind of joining in on that.
Yeah.
But they're not. Apple ain't buying nobody, bro.
Yeah.
Apple not doing nothing. Man, people said the same thing about Apple and their gaming subscription service or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's literally all mobile games, not a single AAA in sight or planned or announced. It's
Netflix
just
included. Remember? Netflix was going to kill Stadia.
No,
I know.
No, it's just. Oh, and then they have Apple Arcade, which I mean is nice, but like it's nothing like super special. So it's like either way, bro, it's nothing to worry about. I wouldn't concern yourself about Apple buying Ubisoft or anything like that. It's not happening. Yeah. This is just people reading too much into things like usual and then trying to predict what's going to happen because people just do things like that. Why? I don't know, but they do.
I think
go ahead, Lo-Fi.
I think Ubisoft like they're AAA. They make AAA games all the time. That's what they do. They know the biggest thing is storage. So they're looking at their future, and Stadia. I know you can get Ubisoft Plus on any of the other platforms, right? But they're doing something different with Stadia, and like you hear people talk about cloud native games, and I'm hoping that that's what Scalar is. I'm hoping that's like a game engine for the cloud.
Yep.
Oh man.
So I mean,
that's what it sounds like it is. Yeah.
Ubisoft being bought by Google when?
I don't know. I don't think that'll ever. I don't. Seems
I
like
do.
I don't know about that. I don't even know what to say about that. But what I am saying is that it's just it doesn't make sense for them to make any kind of moves like other than to continue what the path they're on right now.
Yeah, if you read this article real quick, let me go back to it. If you read this silly article, I mean, basically the rumor, which there is no concrete information of except from something posted on a Korean forum, client.net, that Apple has been internally conducting feasible studies to enter the global gaming console market. And this was followed up by our good friend Jez Corden of Windows Central has been poaching, that Apple has been poaching Xbox engineers to help put together an Apple gaming console. It however, remains to be verified. So this is a rumor where nothing is solidified except people have been asked questions. Nothing is in production. People have been asked questions, and based off people being asked questions, some rocket scientists felt like that they were going to push the narrative from these rumors and create other articles. Rather, I'm not talking about some of us, that including myself, that fell for the hype, but the people that are pushing articles, because there's more articles in this one, that Ubisoft might be bought by Apple. That's baloney. Right here, and this is even though there's some bull crap about Stadia giving up or whatever by segment next. I think this is a good article to get a better understanding of what the entire rumor is.
Bro, their account got suspended, by the way.
Who's that?
Segment Next, their Twitter account.
I believe it, yeah.
Jeez.
I follow their links, so their account's gone. So, and another thing, it's by Jez Corden, bro. This dude has been repeating the same crap about Kojima working with Xbox on cloud native for I don't know how long, and then goes silent about it. Jez is an Xbox fanboy. He ain't saying nothing that's correct.
I won't say. Here's what I'm going to say about Jez.
I don't like
Jez is very hyperbolic. I've had to create. That was my claim to fame. Is me one day sitting there saying, you know what? Let me stop picking my navel for a day and let me make a video, and let me tell Jez to shut the hell up, because he made a video that said Stadia's purpose was destroyed the moment they put Destiny on xCloud. And I said, no, this is going way too far. So I put a video out comparing xCloud's Destiny and Stadia's Destiny, and the contrast was like, totally two different worlds. It was so bad that I had other renowned Xbox fanboys calling me, hitting me up, like, why did you do that to Jez? Like, you ain't have to do that to him. Like, he did it to himself. So yes, Jez is very hyperbolic. And like, he was the same person. He's the same one. Let me tell you something that I've discovered, because I was introduced to all this during the console war thing. You have a lot of people that hope for things to happen. Like, I hope that Google buys Ubisoft, but I'm not going to sit there and tell you that it happened and make it seem like that it's happening tomorrow because I hope it happens. Unfortunately, in the console war space, which Jez is part of, he's not an unbiased source, I'm sorry, they make things that they hope to happen a reality. Like, he hoped when Microsoft did the deal with Sega that it meant Sega exclusive cloud native games. And we said there's nowhere in the contract Me and other Xbox fans said, hold on, Jez, there's nowhere in the contract that says this. Stop this. And he kept going on about it. And then Sega came out themselves and said, no, we are not making, we're just partnering with Azure. Just like how Ubisoft, possibly with Scalar, is partnering with Google Cloud because they use Google Cloud. So, yes, Jez is very hyperbolic, but sometimes he'll be right. But as far as this is concerned, this is just speculative and there's no meat and potatoes to it from what I've seen whatsoever. So just wanted to throw that out there. All right. So we're going to make Purple Haze happy. I'm going to shut up my, no. Last question. Let's start with Ninja Guy X. If Apple does make a console, you buying it day one? You're gonna be at a midnight release, Ninja Guy X buying an Apple console.
No, I never buy anything day one. Even Stadia, man. I've only started playing it like a year later. Yeah, but I'm not saying that I'd never buy it because I'm open for anything. I've never been in a console war. I just like every kind of console. If they bring anything different from everything else, then yeah, they'll have my money.
Yeah. Lo-Fi, you'll be there midnight release, right, for an Apple console, right?
Bro, if they start selling an Apple console, I'm going to the flea market and buying an orange console.
Hell yeah!
Nah. I won't be in that line.
Nah, the answer is no. Pete, come on, don't front. Come on, we're live on air. The Apple console, you're there day one, right?
Nope.
Okay, well, I won't be there either.
Whoops.
Nope. I have never waited in a line or anything like that to get anything ever in my life. And I'm sure definitely not about to be doing it for the Apple console. Nope. No way. No, sir.
Yeah, got you.
I have an iPhone. My iPhone can do everything the Apple console can. I'm good.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, again, this is read this article segment next. I mean, I know they have a shady history, but I think they did a good job finally. And except for the Stadia part, they're still talking goofy there. But I think
the author said listed a discredited report. That there's nothing they can say to redeem themselves. I'm sorry.
I know.
It ain't happening.
I think they finally they said, you know what, let's try to do a halfway decent job this time. And they did a halfway decent job in telling you where this rumor originated.
Yes, from Just Corden.
Yeah, it's partially Jazz and then some other sources just made up stuff randomly. So no meat and potatoes to it. Panic button, panic button, put away. Sorry, folks.
His sources are like that show Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
I'm telling you, dude, it's hopes and dreams, man. Like you wouldn't be so like I hate to do this because I don't have anything against the guy, but there was shout out to D-Batch of RDX Podcast, right? If you're Xbox fans, you know and this has been spoken of publicly, so I'm not divulging any information that's not already been made public. D-Batch of RDX, he's infamous for this event. He was at a game show in Canada, and somebody there that he didn't validate claimed to him that he worked for Ubisoft. The irony, they worked for Ubisoft, and it was an Assassin's Creed that was coming out. I can't remember which one. And they told D-Batch that the Assassin's Creed that was coming out for the Xbox One X was going to be 4K 60 or something ridiculous like that. Or there was going to be a performance mode and a 4K mode. So D was like, yeah, I got some inside information, y'all. And we were like, hey, dude, don't put that out there. And he came to us and said, oh, look, I got some inside information, but it has to be validated. Don't say anything. We said, okay. We're not saying anything about this because this sounds wacky. And lo and behold, he went out and he put it out there himself and got lambasted when it never happened. So, and it was crazy because it hit IGN and it hit different spots. And it's like, yeah, content creator D-Batch discovered. He thought he was the man. And we said, D, this just sounds too wacky, man. And then lo and behold, it never happened. And, you know, so he's been eating crows since that day happened. But that's what you see a lot over there on that side is people hope things to happen and they write them, they talk. And that's why I get the term, stop talking absolutists, because that used to drive me crazy. I would get into arguments and debates with people, and just to win the argument, they would tell lies in an absolutist form just to win a debate. But meanwhile, there's thousands of people watching and they believe the lie. You know what I mean? So just a bad habit of theirs over there. All right. Awesome stuff, y'all. I think we can get on down with our last theme here, which is we got the Samsung hub delay. I'm gonna put it up here on the screen right here. Samsung's gaming hub with Stadia and GeForce Now delayed to later this year. Samsung's new gaming hub that provides access to game streaming services and other features will not be available on 2022 LCD and OLED TVs at launch. They really don't tell you anything in this article besides it's coming later this year. But here's a statement from Samsung. Gaming Hub is a new streaming discovery platform that bridges hardware and software to provide a seamless player experience. No downloads required, no storage needed. Samsung also announced partnerships with leading game streaming services, NVIDIA, GeForce Now, Stadia, and Utomic, with more to come to bring their libraries of games to the Gaming Hub. The new platform will be available later this year on select 2022 Samsung Smart TV models. That's all they've said. So my question for the panel, will start with Ninja Guy X, is does this affect you? Were you looking to get I think you were looking to get a Samsung TV or something like that, right? Or you have one for 2022? I mean, you bummed out about this?
So I bought a TV a few weeks ago, and I decided if I'm going to buy a TV, I'm going to get exactly what I needed it. So boom, I just bought a TV with Stadia already integrated in it. It's got Google TV. I don't need to worry about these updates or anything. And that's where I am, like instead of just waiting, I just went and bought the Cadillac, Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay, good. So you because I remember you were talking about getting the Samsung TV, and it sounds like you did get one, but it has Google TV embedded, right?
Yeah, I bought it's a Sony X.
Oh yeah, Sony. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did see. I was looking at that one too. Yeah. Yep. Cool.
It's a good one. Yeah. It's really good.
Good. Lo-Fi. Were you looking to buy a Samsung TV, or are you bummed out about this, or just has no impact on you whatsoever?
I mean, I don't have a Samsung TV or anything, but yeah, I'm bummed out. I mean, this was going to bring more people into the cloud gaming community, and more people for us to hang out with and play games with, and just to expand the community as a whole.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a bummer.
That is true. Yeah, it was
I feel like a dick now. I was thinking about myself. Lo-Fi's right though.
Yeah. Pete, what are your thoughts? I mean, are you bummed out about this? Even if you don't have a TV or you weren't getting one, I mean, Lo-Fi brings up a great point. It was going to expand Stadia's footprint. Now it ain't happening until later in the year. You bummed out about this, or you not worried?
Not really worried, because I forget where I saw it, but the Samsung Gaming Hub had issues or something like that, and I think I'd rather just wait for them to hammer out those issues instead of releasing something and then it just makes cloud gaming look bad again because the hub is all messed up. So you know what? I'm honestly cool with it. I can wait because I have 6 ways I could play Stadia.
Yeah, it's 6,000 ways. Yeah, I mean, LG's number one, clearly, and that move with LG was massive. I just know as a content creator, it was something serious. If they sustained that activity since people discovered Stadia via Samsung, don't know, but we'll soon discover. Not Samsung, LG. Maybe the Samsung thing hits during the holiday season, and Maybe it'll give it another boost. You know what I mean? With that said, I'm gonna start with lo-fi on this one. Now, in relation to the hub, people were bummed out that even though GFN now has this 3080 tier that can do 1440p on PCs and Macs and go up to 1600p or something like that, and then it can do 4K on the NVIDIA Shield Pro. People were bummed out that if you were playing it natively on a TV like this hub, that it was still only giving you 1080p. GFN responded, well, we're waiting till later in the year, they said, for new codecs to come out. Particularly, and you always hear our good friend Project Storm of PNTS Network talk about the AV1 codec. So just checking to see if do you think that with this pushback, we might see GFN's 3080 tier now on the Samsung TVs or not?
Man, the codec would have to be. I mean, the compression would have to be crazy.
Yeah,
but they're getting there. So I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd be interested. I mean, I put it out there because I know a lot of people may speculate. Oh well, maybe it was delayed because they're gonna work out some things with GFN, but I don't know. It still has to be seen. Ninja Guy X, what do you think? You think that at the release of this Samsung hub, we might see that new codec being used and the GFN 3080 tier being introduced on natively on TVs?
Man, I wish, but how can I say that? Like, are they restricting other platform to do that, or is it true that it's they're still working on it? I have some doubts, but that's out of the question though. I mean, to answer your question, that would be cool. I really hope that they do bring it for sure.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, again, that would make the 3080 tier for me somewhat interesting because I don't like the fact of being restricted to another $200 device. You know what I mean? That sucks to me.
Yeah. I completely agree.
Pete, what do you think? You think that 3080 tier, your favorite system, the 3080 tier, is going to be on natively on TVs come this holiday season?
No. No. And even
Come
if it
on,
did,
man. Stop your GFN hate, man. Stop it.
I'm not even hating it, bro. It's like I just don't feel the need to pay for it. I don't care if you can pay $20 a month now. I just I don't see a need.
That's steep.
For GFN. I just don't care. Bro, Netflix is raising its prices and it's still cheaper than GFN and I get 10 times the content. And I get the free games with it.
Yeah. That is true.
I don't care about
I remember
I'm sorry, I don't.
I remember 2020, a lot of us talking about when GFN gets out of this preliminary price phase, and we were like, yeah, there's no way they can market this for under $15 a month. You said, yeah, they're going to have something at $20, and it is this is too expensive for the cloud community, and it is. I mean, I'm not saying it's too expensive for the product, but when you go to the average cloud gamer, it's too much for their appetite. There's a lot of us content creators to where it's worth it to us, but I don't think just for me, I'm going to throw some raw numbers out there. Just for me to do what I'm doing, I spend $200 a month. It's not the average. That's not the target cloud demo. You know what I'm saying? I easily spend $200 a month just to stream and talk about video games. You know what I mean? So it's too rich for the cloud demo's blood. And I think, again, go ahead, Lo-Fi.
I was just gonna say, you realize on Stadia, you only have to buy the game, and
exactly, yeah, exactly. There's no.
No, remember, you have to subscribe and buy the game.
Yeah. We were all lied to. You gotta subscribe.
I clearly we're being lied to, but I've been on Stadia constantly for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So apparently I'm wrong and I don't know any better.
we're the
I
dummies
guess according to Twitter.
But
You're
you know,
only-
it's the best. It's the best plan out of all the cloud gaming platforms. All you have to do is pay for the game. That's it.
Yeah. That's why I had to go off on David Jaffe the other day. I love that brother. I mean, I love his content. He knows I love him. But when he would go around, and hopefully he stopped, when he would say, oh, Stadia's business model sucks. I'm like, dude, the business model is the atypical console model, which you made God of War on. What the hell are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, stop that crap. Yeah, I like Stadia because it encompasses everything. If you want to just buy the games a la carte, buy them a la carte. If you want an amenity service that gives you additional games, go sign up for Stadia Pro. If you want a subscription service, then go ahead and sign up for Ubisoft Plus. It's the best of all worlds.
And there's no subscription to play with your friends.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I ain't got to pay for cloud saves. I'm looking at you, PlayStation. No, stop. Let me stop. But yeah, Ninja Guy X. What do you? I think did I already ask you about? I think I did already ask you about.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I'm not even going to ask the last question. It was about about Stadia and hardware upgrades, and like I said, I don't even want to talk 2.0 anymore on this channel. So with that said, well, that is it for today's show. We got done a little extra early. And what we're going to do is, after we let everybody know where you can find your panel members, we're going to have a special, for those that can stay around, I guess for another 10 minutes or so, we're going to have a special after party where we're going to invite all of the members. It's not just going to be the prescription on up. We're going to invite all the members because I want to talk to the panel about the new PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now product merger. And I know Pete has a lot to say about this. I don't know about everybody else, but I know Pete has some thoughts about this. And me and Pete might not be on the same page about this, which will make this even more interesting. So come and join us. Just if you're not a member, fix that right now. Hit that join button. If you are a member, you'll automatically be taken over once we conclude this show. But this was a hell of a show. So let's start with our guest again. Let's just show some manners here. We got Lo-Fi Monk here. Lo-Fi, where can the good people find you at, my friend?
You can find me on YouTube. I don't have a custom channel name yet, so just search for Lo-Fi Monk for now. I'm almost there. Actually, I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. I'm having my 100th video on Friday at 7 p.m. Central. And yeah, go check out my content, subscribe, help me get to my goal, and I'll be on Purple Haze's show later tonight.
Awesome. Hey, Lo-Fi, do us all a huge favor, because everybody needs to get access to your content. Like Geek to Sneak said, drop that link in the chat.
I just did. For him.
I did. Okay, awesome.
Oh yeah,
great.
But yeah, I'm trying to get 100 subscribers so I can have a custom URL, and that way it's easier. I can just say go to.
Where are you at now? How many subscribers you have now?
At 82 the last time I looked before the show. So.
That's chat. This is look. There's a cajillion of y'all out there. Lo-Fi has great content. He can highly recommend it. Change that tonight. I might make it worth your while. Change that tonight. I want to see Lo-Fi at 100 before the end of the day today. We got 21 people in here right now as we're closing out. If you're not, I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to be very upset if you don't follow Lo-Fi. Look, this is the new generation of the Stadia or cloud gaming or gaming content creators. We got to do something about passing the torch. You guys know I'm real big on that. Go subscribe to Lo-Fi. I would think it'd be unacceptable from not to
also
get to
shout out to you guys for the giveaway the other day, man. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to get to that.
Hey, I can't take credit for that. That's that crazy ass Jack to Slip. He's a psycho.
Yeah, salute to you, Jay to Slip.
He said, this is fun, man. I said, Jack, I'm never taking you to Atlantic City. It'll be like an episode of what was that? where the guys go gambling and Mike Tyson beats them up and all types of crazy stuff. What's the name of that movie?
The Hangover.
The Hangover. Yeah, it'll be like Hangover 4. No, I'm like, Jack, no, he's having too much fun. Though. Shout out to Jack. Very great contributor to the Stadia community. But no, I'm serious. I want low fee at 100. Come on, guys and gals. We can do it. All right. Thank you very much for that, kind sir. And we would love to have you back whenever you can come back, man. It was great conversating with you.
Definitely. Thank you guys for having me.
Pete, where can the good people find you at, man? Oh, not on the panel, apparently.
Nope.
No.
he had another thing going on there.
And Pete, his roommate's still trying to send him to work. All right, we'll go to Ninja Guy X. Ninja Guy X, where can Ninja Guy X, where can the good people find you at, good brother?
All right, yeah. So guys, I'm doing some changes on my channel. I'm doing a lot less streams in the morning, but I keep on putting the content in, and I'm doing some Stadia Shorts video, and I still have my Stadium Connect North show on Fridays. So you can find me at Ninja Guy X on YouTube, and you can find me on Ninja Guy X on Twitter. So have a gander.
Awesome stuff. All right, brother. All right, hold on. I just did something right here where I'm trying to get the stream ready. Okay, forget it. All right, guys. Well, I'm MM2K. You guys know where you can find me. You can find me here, drumming up conspiracy theories about Ubisoft being bought. You can also catch me here doing STO Daily's SSC podcast. And tomorrow is the live taping of Saturday Checkup. We tape it live for our members to participate on Fridays, and we air it publicly on Saturdays. This taping is going to be special because we're going to pick the winner of the bundle tomorrow. That is going to be the Google Play and Watch bundle, which includes a Stadia controller and a Google TV with the Chromecast Ultra. You don't want to miss that. All right. So with that said, awesome. Hey, Pete. Oh, yeah, he's probably catching an Uber to work. All right. With that said, catch us over, whoever can stay. We want to talk about this PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now subscription. Everybody might have their own take on it. It's going to be a great discussion. Won't be super long, so just come on over and join us. And until next time, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.